Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to trade low share size with JP Morgan. So we're going to really get back to the basics of why Day Trading for Success is here, and that is to help you make maybe $100 or $200 a day, maybe a little bit more, maybe as much as 300. So we're going to put that to practice today. We're trading just 100 shares. I have a group here trading with me. Please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of someone you trust before you try to emulate any of these trading demonstrations or strategies that we have here. Now, I do have a more basic layout that I used to call the RV strategy layout, and I'm going to make this layout available for you today. I have added some of the cool custom indicators as well as the new whole and half dollar one that you see here in these gray lines, and they're kind of marked. Every half and whole dollar are marked here. They're not being covered by other price action. I also have the famous scalping indicator. This is the one with no decimals, so it's quicker and easier to read. I have the market magnet here. And then I have the multi-time alignment one here that shows all the different charts on these little squares and where those candlesticks closed. Now, these are all developed originally to help you find the perfect entry on any trade. Being a scalper myself, they're specifically designed for scalping, as well as the strategy that I'm going to show you that we have here today, which is the RV strategy, was originally designed for scalping, but using the safety of a large cap stock. So you do really have to have your PDT account in order, or you have to have an offshore account so you can margin, because it is a more expensive stock and it's a pretty large spread. I typically don't trade a stock to scalp without using the ask or the bid with this large of a spread, meaning between these two numbers here is the spread. So there's the bid, there's the ask. And this will change from 3 to sometimes as much as 10 cents as you're watching this. This is the number of shares multiplied by 100. So it's no trouble getting filled, but the market maker is going to give us a number kind of in the middle. See, the market maker number here is usually in between these numbers. I'm just wondering why this isn't moving much here. So just making sure that we're syncing up, because the bid doesn't seem to be moving, which is, but you do kind of get that. Yeah, there it goes. You do kind of get that with these spreads here and these slower, low, very low volume. So what we have here is a really safe stock to trade. Now let me show you how we developed where we're going to trade and how we're going to trade this stock. So basically, we'll look at the day before close of it, which was $239.56. I remember the last time I was trading this for this RV strategy, I think it was $100 less in value. That's how long ago it was. But anyway, so then you look at the ATR, which was down here. That's an average true range value of that stock over a 14-day period, how much it moved in that, not value, but how much it moved in that period. So that was $5.54. So you divide that in 2 and you subtract it from the close, which is the bottom of this red candle. After you divide it in 2, you subtract half of it and you get what I'm calling the ATR low, and then you add half of it from the close to get the ATR high. Now the ATR is just a number that's been averaged over 14-day. But what we've done by dividing it in half, we're creating that entire range starting in the center, so the close of yesterday. So we expect the stock to move inside that range. That's what you can, with a 25 billion market cap and a 1 billion minimum float, minimum market cap, minimum float, you can expect that these stocks are consolidating and moving very slowly. So you want to try to find stocks that you can safely trade, where you're not going to lose $500 in a day, but hopefully make 50, 100, 200, maybe even 300. Obviously, you've seen me make a lot more, so I can, you can see the outside curve if you have a lot of money to buy lots of shares, how large cap can make you $40,000 in a half hour. I mean, obviously people make way more than that. You can make $1 million in a half hour if you pick the right stock in the right trade. So there's all kinds of amazing stories. But we're just doing something that's sensible here for the average trader to trade, that wants to maybe just trade 30 minutes a day and try to make a living, or not have to have that second job. So that's the first thing we do to get the range. And you can see there's your ATR high And then down here, there's your ATR low. Now they're being blocked by other lines that we're going to go over. So this is the 10-day 5-minute chart. And I have snapped the Fibonacci level. So I have them up here on my chart. You can set these or you can grab them from your studies. And I looked for the lowest point over the last 10 days. You're always looking to snap a line left to right, so it could be the highest point going down. In this case, it's the lowest point and up to the highest point, and I marked the bodies. So that's why it's not $248 even, it's $247.72 because I marked it on the body. So now I've marked that on the body, and then once I drag that up and snap it, these other lines open up, and that's the Fibonacci levels based on a mathematical formula. Some people call it nature's mathematical formula, and that a lot of people trade based on that study. So you look to see price action gravitating near that line. So it kind of gives you a basis of, hey, should I stay in the trade? Should I get in the trade? Should I get out of the trade? Basically you're looking for some sort of data, so it's not a complete crapshoot, whether you trade that trade or not. Then you do it again on a 2-day, a 5-minute 2-day, and here it is again, marking the low. You can see very low volume with this stock. So this isn't typically what I trade. Mark the body here. And now we have more support and resistance lines. And, you can see that the price action does what the RV strategy calls channel. So they channel in here. So you're making in between the high, the ceiling, and the floor. It creates a channel. And typically you can expect some action in there. Now, you go further with this strategy. The strategy in Day Trading Volume 1, which I'll have a link to, will have you even additional lines. Like right now I have the whole and half dollar, which is a new custom script, and I did make a way to make this available for free for you if you watch yesterday's, but the last video that I made that got released, so the episode before this, there was a way to get this for free for a limited time before it will be for sale over at the $1 Million Margin Club, because as most of you know, I'm a coder, I'm a former math teacher, and I do, for Charles Schwab and Thinkorswim, I do coding custom scripts that I think might be helpful in trading, and fun tools to use and other indicators to use that maybe they're just fun or maybe they really help you out a lot. It depends on how you use them. And a lot of it, what it really comes down to for trading, guys, is your state of mind and who you are as a trader. The indicators can help a lot of people and they swear by them, and other people don't want to use a single indicator. Some people don't believe in candlesticks. And other people live and die by candlesticks. I believe in candlesticks, but I showed you on my last video how I used to trade without candlesticks. So you can definitely trade. What are candlesticks? They're showing price action. So you're basically trading price action, and the candlesticks are helping you see what that price action is, up or down, or if it's stopping at the same price. But you can also remember that. You can look at the numbers on your level 2, and you can literally, I can just draw the candlesticks in my mind based on the prices I see. So when the candlesticks are malfunctioning, or the histogram's malfunctioning, or something's going wrong because of the high volume, and I know a lot of people that traded with me did not have the problem at all. Some people say it's my system, so I'm looking into that because I'm getting very annoyed by it. Here's the market magnet coming in. This is another amazing indicator. Up here you have the peak and the trough, which is based on a 50% on a large cap. $1 Million Margin Club has the mathematical formula that I used, which is basically based on the volume profile that Thinkorswim originally have. Now I've added to that and made it a little bit more dynamic with a magenta color in the center here, set for today's market only, and then showing the not only the high and low of the day on here with the where's the low here? Is it that far down? No. Oh. Did I just miss it? Maybe I missed it. I'm looking for a sort of a dashed red line, and I don't see it. Must be, oh, it's right there under that line. There it is. So that's the low of today. That's the high of today. And then these arrows are showing you sort of where you need to think about maybe this action's going to turn around, as you can see. So this is very, very helpful. And then this is showing you the volume of price action and where it is. And this is the mean center of the most. So by learning how to read this indicator, many believe, help you predict the direction of the stock. I am one of those. So I'll have a link on how to get this. This is pretty amazing. This indicator up here is it's so basic, but yet so amazing. This is a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, and a 4-hour chart. This is what color that candlestick is right now, or where that price action exists right now at this given moment. And then these dotted lines going up are every 5 minutes. That's part of that indicator. So as you get to a close, it used to be that I only looked at I looked at all of them, but I only pointed out to you the 5-minute charts. And always think about, right when it's about to get here, what are all the 5-minute chart traders looking at? The people that only trade on 5-minute increments. For that matter, 10-minute increments, 15-minute increments, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, which is the basis of this. So now you get to see what they're seeing without opening all these charts and having it right in front of your face. So it can help you decide on possibly a better directional choice for what's about to happen based on all the other thousands and thousands of traders and what they see. So if you're about to take a position, or if you're thinking about getting out of position, this is going to help you make that. And really, the idea is that you are looking for the perfect trade. So you want multi-time frame alignment with these charts up here. You want the market magnet in the right position. You want this scalping indicator, which isn't going to work really as well with this low volume here, but it still shows you the sellers in the red and the buyers in the green, and the blue column is the volume. What is the sentiment within this candle? How strong? Sellers are right at the top right here, right? Now, right now, this is a battle going on, as you can see it being reflected here. And the way it works is the time and sales are happening. They ask in the bid, sort of like an auction, and they're telling you, this is how much the person's bidding, but this is how much they want. And then whatever that price is usually reflected on the time and sales. I don't have that up here. And then once it hits the time and sales, which is a receipt for what happened at the auction of these two things, then it is put in on a candlestick pattern. And then once it's put on a candlestick pattern, then the histogram's created. Now, all that's done before you can say one. It's just instantaneous. So you can never get data telling you the future. You can only get data telling you what just happened. This is just before it happened, and then waiting. And then what's really great is you can get really good at reading level 2, but this is really good to tell you, what just after it happened, how many people, right away. So this is kind of going the next step further, is having the scalping indicator. Shows you the volume of the last candle, the current candle. So as you get into the zone of reading price action by looking at these, the patterns up and down, or reading the price action, however you might do it. And people use different indicators. This is just one more amazing tool that helps you make that decision for the perfect entry or perfect time to exit. You can see right now the magnet is doing exactly what you'd expect. It is like drawing it to it, or it's being drawn to the price action more realistically. But it's easy, in my opinion, to read it like this is alive, and it helps you make that decision. It's kind of the way the human mind works. Now, what the strategy says to do is, and I've slowed things down a bit because I'm getting a lot of emails that people are confused by my trading and what I'm showing, and I had gotten away from the beginner and forgetting, once you teach a lesson over and over, you kind of think that everybody knows it, but then I'm not accounting for all the new people that come in all the time. So what this channel is promoting a lot of books from the $1 Million Margin Club, one from Tom Hougaard, Best Loser Wins. Then you've got Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, which is another fantastic book. And then the $1 Million Margin Club has these strategy books out. I'm watching it, guys. So we have about 3.5 minutes to start to trade. So I'm kind of zeroing in on the price action. It stopped at the 50-cent mark right here. That's 241.50. Turned around at these arrows, and the magnet's pulling it this way. So I'm kind of looking to see what it's going to do if it holds that, goes back up, or what it's going to do here. So we have a couple of minutes still to decide what to do here on the first trade. Now we'll be calling the ball or quarterbacking. Now look at go up. I wish I would have definitely taken that trade if we were ready to go here. But anyway, look at this too. So anyway, the $1 Million Margin Club has strategy guide books, and that's why I really like them, to show new traders. So I have links to those, and this is the RV strategy, which has made many millionaires. It came out last year in March, and it was the first book I ever saw that did a strategy for large caps, and we traded it here, and everybody was doing so well that I traded a lot now. And then they came out with another book. I mean, they came out with a whole bunch of books, but besides the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, which I highly recommend, that's Day Trading Volume 2, Candlestick Pattern Playbook. There's another one that's about patterns right after that they came out with. But then they came out with their 4th volume, which was Trading the Open, another incredible book. I have videos trading it, but you just have to read the book and start trading it. It's very, very simple, easy read, and it lays out the strategy step by step. And I hesitate to say it's really hard to lose if you follow it. Just keep your share size low and probably trade in a sim first till you're green. Remember all that, those warnings. Have a day trading plan for max loss per trade and max loss per day. But other than that, watching videos like this and then reading those books and then practicing in a simulator till you're green, this is the steps you need to take to make a living day trading. We're trying to cut down on your curve a little bit. So I'm going to showing you trading demonstrations in just a second with the group I have here. And now, guys, I'm looking for it to reverse. I will be reversing. I'm really worried about this spread. We'll see. But with 100 shares, you can't reverse. You can't lose too much on the the spread both ways. The slippage is what I'm trying to say. So this is the price the market maker going to give me in between this spread. So you keep an eye on that number, and they're supposed to it's supposed to be sort of in the middle. Often you'll get the worst case, and then that leads to arguments and all that, and you can file disputes, and you can do all kinds of things depending on how often it happens. I mean, I always record my trades. I'm actually going to go in right there, guys. I got it at 42.20, so I'm looking for rejection off of the ATR. I wish I'd gotten a little bit higher than that, but I got in and I got it at 442.20, and I think I had $9 already. So this is my opening for this trade. Yeah, it was $9 I did have, practicing around a little bit earlier this morning. So now I'm going to hold this trade for a little bit and look for it to retrace down here. So it may just, if it breaks that ATR, that's when you're going to see me go the other way and take a loss. Now it'll be hard to lose too much with 100 shares, but that's all perspective. And I'm going to try to make a couple $100 today with 100 shares, which is 2 points on a stock like JP Morgan. That's pretty good. But I think what was his ATR was over $5. You don't expect it to move that $5 in the 30 minutes that I'm going to trade this RV strategy. So again, a link to that specifically has how to do this. Now, what I did do, it takes further steps to mark, besides the Fibonacci levels that I showed you, these pink and yellow lines helping me decide, and the ATR, how I showed you how I did that, helping me decide. And then I put in these special indicators helping me decide. They say, not assuming you don't have any indicators, that the next thing you do is, based on historical data, you would draw additional support and resistance lines. So here we are right here in this trade. So we're already near the top of this ATR. So if you were going to mark more support and resistance lines, say on a 1 hour chart, they say start with a 4 hour, see if you can create more. So you could put one like in this area. Where did the price action stop abruptly and turn around or rest for multiple candles? That might be a spot that you'd mark it. You can call that historical data. Now a lot of people who have different strategies to trade would call that a bunch of hooey. You can't mark anything. But, people have been using candlestick patterns a long time now. And right here, you can see it kept tapping, turning around, and then finally faded off. So marking that again is probably a good idea, to mark that again. In fact, I'll just mark it here so we have it so you can see what I mean by that. So I was right here. So I've got that. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark that line in case it ever comes up to it, right? Now, typically what I would do is I would open that up and I would say 1 hour. So I'll put the cap on here, 1 hour, right? Oops, I thought I had it capitalized. As Alan taking his seat behind me. And then I would usually turn this off so you can see where I marked it. And then I might mark a whole bunch of those. I feel like with this stock, we don't need to go real deep into it's still going down, which is good. I'm not overly concerned with 100 shares and, having a cushion already and the fact that this moves so slow. That's why I did not worry about taking my eye off this. So this is a real slowed down version of what you've seen me normally trade using the RV strategy, because this is more like what it's meant for, is for people that are just trying to make a few $100 a day and not risk a lot of money. So I'm getting back to basics for people and getting rid of a lot of the sensational entertainment, which does get views, but we're focusing more now on getting you guys the right layout, the right, I'll make this layout again available for free. It's a little different than the one on the last video. And then the right indicators, and then talk through the strategy so you really understand these strategies. So I'll be doing the same with the different open strategies, getting back to basics a bit now that I'm done traveling for a little while, and then I'm still hoping to get out and do some live trading for everybody and make it more available for more people to come in on the. I won't be on Zoom. It'll be through streaming YouTube, which I've never actually done before. So I'm on Zoom, and I talked a little bit about doing that with swing trading, which is probably where I'll start with. But if you're looking to swing trade anything into next quarter, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. My advice right now would be Tesla, big time. He's like the wonder boy of the Republican Party right now. And then I would invest in NVIDIA. I thought that it was going to shoot to 200 before the end of the year, and then it had that big drop off of 140 and went all the way down to like $89 and freaked me out because I had a position. I held it through nosebleeds or whatever. I held it, made money on it, and now I'm back in it again. I think it's going to go up to I still think it's going to go to, maybe it's not enough time to maybe get to 200, but maybe in the high 50s, low 60s before the first of the year, and then continue into the first quarter. So for a long-term swing, my two picks would be Tesla and NVIDIA. I don't think you can go wrong right now with those two, but I do hesitate to promote anything that Elon Musk puts his hands on, because he will sabotage the stock for you, and anything else he will sabotage. He doesn't care about the common man as far as that. He just, he cares about himself making money and whatever. I don't even know what he cares about, but I know he doesn't care about the common man. My opinion, don't send me evil letters if you're an Elon Musk lover. So I'm just talking about my opinion about trading. So that was it for longer swings, and we'll be getting into some of that. I was trying to get in before the end of the year. I don't know. I still might make it, but a lot of things, closing some businesses, opening some businesses, doing some things. It took a lot of my time, as well as doing the programming here and onward and upward with other things. So we'll get there, but hopefully this content on the channel is helpful to you. And stay tuned, because more will be coming, more opportunities. So don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, And remember, there's going to be treasure hunt videos all the time where you get scripts for free. And the last video I did, there was a treasure hunt on how to get this script for free. But you have to watch the video to get them for free. This is a great trade, guys. So it's still going down. So I'm kind of looking at this fib as a potential, and the 141 even dollar here. Where we at? 6. Yeah. So everything is still. It's still. Yeah, this is not working. I don't know what's up with that. That is not a proper spread, so that's kind of weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was freaking me out. Like, why is that 43? Okay, so that just got stuck there. Wow. So now, yeah, I'm going to reverse right there. So I reversed that. Wow, it slipped 6 cents on me. Ouch. So I went long at, I was trying to do the even dollar there, and I got 6 cents above it, which was not my intent. So that's a little annoying, but it could be. I have to start now. I'm managing a bad position, so I'm looking at the 50-cent mark here, which would be $50 for me. $50. Wow, that's hurt. That hurt bad. Okay, I really thought it was going to. Well, what I do is I'm always looking for a turnaround somewhere, even when it's like, why are you doing that? But you know, the volume did go way down with the sellers here, right? So although the multi-chart alignment all says sell, so if you're saying why did you do that, probably wasn't the brightest move. But I looked at the fib level and I thought that's the first yellow fib, 10-day fib we've come to. It's based on an even dollar amount, which is a psychological resistance. Now we have a doji, so it's coming to fruition, sort of what I said. The sellers, not only did the volume go down here, but now here they didn't make it anywhere near the top, and the buyers came up. So this indicator is telling you it's reversing. This doji or rickshaw man pattern is telling you it's about to reverse. This is a support line that it did break through, and it had a double fib here. So that was kind of what I was basing that on, but you know, it might not be enough. It might just be resting here and then about to go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This looks like it's going to fade off again. So I am a little concerned that it's about to drop back off. So I'm getting ready to go back short again. Let's just see. Yeah, I had a great trade with Tesla. It's down a little bit, but I'm definitely going to keep trading that stock and try to play its ups and downs right now. I think it's going to be mostly up. Can be wrong. I could be wrong here, guys. Anybody could be wrong. Nobody knows anything. Your best trader in the world gets it wrong all the time. Just maybe not more than half the time. So if we look at the overall price action, we're slowing things down here. I'm talking slower. I'm showing you things slower. I think I described why I felt the price action was going to turn around right here. It gave me some pain to tell me maybe you're wrong, but now it is turning around, and now it's verifying. You know, this is really strong, going up. Can it break through these arrows? That would be nice if it would. Or I don't want to see this magnet pull down like there's more volume down here, because that's what that will tell me if the magnet comes down. Now we have a 5-minute green, a 4-hour green chart, and if the 15-minute goes green, then we have a well, that's over here, so we don't see that happening, but we'd have to get over 142 for the 15-minute to go green. Yeah, I'm getting ready to reverse up here. Let's see what happens here. Is this going to bank off the $0.50 maybe? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go short off that 55. off that hangman forming. Let's see. That could have been a little premature. Got $171. I started with 9. Looking for the $0.50. I'm going to look for the $0.50 turnaround. I'm going to turn right back around here. There it was for a second. I'm just going to take it right there. So 41.52. I've locked in $175 based on 100 shares. So that's 1.75 points. Although again, I had $9 to start, which always skews what we're talking about a bit. So I went off the $0.50 thinking this move, mostly I think this move wasn't over. It did drop down in volume, but it's right at the top on a scalping indicator. 4-hour and 5-minute are green. Love to see a nice little bull flag form here. Not much of a flag here, but remember, learn your patterns. Day trading volume 2, the candlestick pattern playbook. I'll have a link to that. All the books I have a link to, I really strongly believe you should read them. Every professional trader has these books. 41. How are you guys doing up there? You know, I almost went short there based on that weird move. It's just so, it's a $5. It could slip $10 on a $5 trade, so not feeling good about it. I'm going to go ahead and bank the 180 and see if I can catch on a bounce down before it keeps going up. Uh-oh. Actually, I'm going to reverse, guys. I didn't lose anything. Oh, I lost. No, I don't think I lost anything. Okay. I got to stop just taking guess. I was almost a guess. So, yeah, the volume's just like dropped incredibly here. So just take a breath, take a drink. Yeah. This is not what I wanted to see as far as consolidation here, so just going to hold to see if we can get to 200 today. Yeah, it should be able to. I just took a bad trade there. I mean, I'm not out of it yet, but I definitely should have waited before I turned around there. It's making a flat top right here is what's happening. So we'll give it right there like that's, well, there's 60 cents. 65 cents. So it's kind of 61 cents. That's kind of where it is now. Oh, I put it right where my position was. Yeah, I'm at the breakout position, but it didn't break out, so. Yeah, the next fib's way up here, 241.90, 96. Oh boy. And the spread is getting as high as 20 cents a K, you know, sometimes here. So this is not, I've got to make sure I look at this number is all I'm going to get, which is less than my position right now. So as it seems to go up, you know, it doesn't really mean the same thing with the price action. So you got to be careful when the spread gets bigger. Seems like people are losing their confidence in trading this. I don't know if they're jumping to other stocks or what's happening. What was the high here? 70. 71, 73. I'm going to take that. What did I get? That 65. I'm going to reverse again. 66. I made $4. Oh my God, that was terrible. I don't know how much I slipped there. That was bad. Yep. So this is very slow moving, very safe. I'm not going to go down too much, that's for sure, unless I just don't get out. And I am slipping each way, like I think at least 3 cents. So that's 6 cents on 100 shares. I mean, I used to be 185, so. I ended up looking here again instead of here, and I think that's what got me. I have this bad habit I mentioned of looking at the ask a lot, being a momentum trader. I can't shake it. Here's the magnet going to pull it up. See it coming across? The magenta line's way up there now. So that is a likelihood. Again, it's nothing for sure. It's just a more likelihood because this is where most of the price action is up here. So we're looking at this 80 cent area before I reverse. Famous trader once said, I just look to see what everybody else is doing, then do the opposite. Yeah, it was the guy that said that, is the guy that built Thinkorswim. That was one of his quotes. It was very interesting. Can't think of the guy's name right now, but he's a character. Basically saying his attitude is nobody really knows what the direction's going to go, no matter what you think, no matter what anybody says or what indicator you use or what a pattern says or anything, just like you don't know. And just like, well, that's a bleak way to look at things. I suppose it's possible. I've traded to the contrary, but he gets in moods sometimes and just says stuff on podcasts that aren't really what he feels, I think. Then he did Tasty Trades and he sold that for $1.5 billion. It's definitely somebody worth listening to. Like those old commercial when E.F. Hutton talks, everybody stops and puts their hand up. Those are great commercials way back when. I'm aging myself, but being a trader like he was, I'm going to take that 60 cents. So I broke 200 for now anyway. He and his team created most of the indicators. I mean, he created Thinkorswim for Thinkorswim. And he attributes knowing what to do by being a trader himself, trading in the pit since like the 70s and 80s or something. He's an older gentleman like me, and he knows what traders need, and that's what you go by. So we're up to the just take a bigger look here. So let's look at the 5 minute. Now the 5 minute is trying to get us back up here, maybe, trying to retrace maybe up to the ATR, which would be 142.33 over 142. Well, we're almost over 142 now. Wow, that was a big move. Did that actually happen? Yeah, it did. Okay, so can it break those arrows? I'm going to stay in this trade a little bit longer before I try to reverse it. Man, it went through that. Okay, so this is the strongest move in a while. So I'm going to stick this out for a little bit. $50 move. Sensitivity is driving me crazy here. Those aren't actual moves. It didn't get down to 61, you know. So look at the bodies, and they usually tell you exactly what's going on. Wow, so it did retrace. It got to 33 cents. Now it got up here to 20. So the ATR is at 33 cents. So let's see if we can, that's where it'd be more inclined to turn around. Wow. There it is, 29. Well, the ask had the 35. See, that's where I keep getting stuck looking at the ask. Market maker, no. 38, it broke it all at once. That was exciting. Excuse me, guys. Still 8 minutes to go. It's putting me to sleep. Look at how the volume's dropped, but it was right at the top of that. So, and now we have multi-chart alignment, all green since it retraced. Everything says go up. This says go up. The pattern is 3 white soldiers sort of on the 5 minute. 15 minute doesn't really have a pattern. The ATR is typically I will turn around, but I'm looking at how strong these moves are, and I'm thinking hold it a little longer. So the $0.50, 242.50. We have no other support and resistance lines up here. So we're up into the stratosphere. We're into outer space here. Okay. A lot of volume too, because it's not pulling up. It hasn't pulled up the market. Okay, so it is sort of consolidating at the ATR. This could be it. I'm going to take this move here before I lose it. So there's the high of day. It just made it. It's about to pass it again. It looks like there it goes. New high. Should be showing a new high there. Yep, there it goes. I'm just going to take that, guys, and bank that. So 286. Oh, God, I know it. Okay, so no. Go back down. Go back down. Go back down. I'm about to reverse the other way. This looks like I made a mistake here. Yeah, I'm going to take a loss there, guys. I'm going to take a loss. I think I took like a $20 loss. Yep. It's not stopping at the, I thought maybe it was going to consolidate and drop back down, but it looks like, look at that. God, I'm glad I got out. Okay. So, yep, I can't win them all. I think that might have been my only losing trade. I'm not sure. But it was definitely, it seemed like it was going to turn around there. So I was just going by that look. But everything else said trade it. Look at the curve going up here. What a nice, strong trade this is. So the next really resistance is 243. I might try, I don't know what, we've got about 5 minutes left to trade on the 30-minute mark. How's everybody doing? Is there anybody under? Nobody. It looks like the low's 160. It's pretty good. So you multiply that by 5, you got $800 for the week. Oh, I can't wake up today. Sorry, guys. So I might get to, no, I don't think I'll get to 300, but, 250. That's not bad, right? That's 1,250 for the week, 5,000 for the month. Depends on what you need to live on, but a couple hundred, 200, 300, 500 bucks you should be able to live on for sure, depending on your lifestyle. And if you have that kind of a lifestyle, then that's more than that. Then you're trading much higher share size anyway, and hopefully making $1,000 a day or whatever it might be. My goal now is 5,000 a day, and I'm going to be doing that while I'm using this month is going to be converted to low share size for the month at least, and then I will be taking swing trades, and I'm going to just tell you in advance, like I just did, what I'm swinging. So if you're interested, I am long on Tesla and NVIDIA for a longer play. I'm looking at it for the month to be, to get me more than what I want. Wow, per day. Look at that, guys. So I'm just going to sell out at, if it gives me 243 even. See if it's really going to do that. No, it did. It hit 99 for a split second. Excuse me. Wow, it can break 300. Can it break me 300? I'm looking at the money. There's 300. Oh, I think it would have slipped if I sold. So that's as high as I thought we could get with this stock today. Oh, you what? You saw it was 298 when I sold. That's just stupid, right? I'm going for a psychological number now of 300. So it slipped like $4. There's 300 again. I really need it to be like 305 or I can't. When I sell, it's going to slip. Oh, no, I should have kept the 298, huh? That's not a good sign. You have a hangman, dragonfly, doji, whatever you want to call it. You're getting another one here. These are signs of reversal, and we're right at the 243 mark. So that's kind of like telling you we hit a wall here. It's now starting to create a flat top. Look how the buyers went down. Now we still have multi-chart on the time frame alignment saying go up. And excuse me. Have Alan back there sounding like he's hacking up a lung. So there we go. 305. Oh, I'll take that. 309. Just going to get out right there. It hit 243 and I just snapped out of it. So I just made $300. So trading a large cap with only 100 shares in less than 30 minutes based on this RV strategy. And that's using only market, not ask or bid, not flattening. And you saw me do it and you saw how I set it up. Now, it's not rocket science to trade this way. You saw where I made my decisions and why, and hopefully they made sense. If they didn't make sense to you, put it in the chat and let me answer it, or give me an email. If you like me to get more in depth, send me pictures of your chart with questions. I do a lot of that for people too, but I'm fine communicating with you. Give me a few days to get back to you, but I try to make it so I never want to say I took that trade because I had a feeling. I took that trade because I saw the indicators and the patterns tell me to take that trade. So with the right indicators and reading the right books and watching the right videos, which hopefully are here, you'll subscribe and keep watching. This month, we're going to be focusing on ways to make that $200-300 a day, even $100 a day only, and maybe more. Maybe we'll get 500 a day. And that's enough to make a big difference in a lot of people's lives. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this month. And then I will also be telling you my swing trades that I'm taking. I'm not going to tell you the same day I took them. I'm very afraid of you trying to follow me. And there's all kinds of reasons for that I'm not going to get into. But yeah, I will tell you what I'm doing. And then you should seek the advice of someone licensed. Obviously, I am not licensed to give you trading advice, and all those YouTubers that do that, they're not licensed either. So I would say be careful. Who you really can trust is yourself, and you need to put in the time. It's a journey. You got to put in the time to slowly learn and get better and better trading a simulator. And eventually, I know a lot of you are struggling. Eventually, you're going to get there. If you do this work, you're not one of the 95% that fails. If you read the books and get the indicators and practice in a simulator and take your time and follow your trading plan, which is max loss per day and per trade as well, and you take all these steps, you will be one of the 5% that wins. You will be one of those people. You just have to work on that. There goes Shiitake. Yeah, you'll see her tail go by. All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for watching, and always stay inquisitive out there. And this month we'll be dedicating to low share size. So hopefully that can help a lot of you. And I appreciate your watching. So stay inquisitive and go green out there, and I will see you soon.